What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting my 10,000 steps in. It's a mild day today in the Motor City. It's like mid 60s, is it? Well, close enough. It's currently 63. We were supposed to have a high of 65. But I'm downtown, so it's a little bit cooler for me than it would be otherwise were I somewhere else. Like if I were to go to the gym right now, it'd be noticeably warmer, but I'll take this. No complaints from your boy. But let's get into the topic at hand, and it's dating men with standards, particularly men with options, men with money. I seen a woman, and shout out to her, man, because the dude said a bunch of kind of rude stuff, but she took it in stride, so shout out to her. But this was a shell shock for her nonetheless. She got a taste of what it's like to date a man that has options. She went out with a guy. Apparently the guy was wealthy, and he said that he wanted her to get her body done. He wasn't super satisfied with her body. You could tell she was a little bit on the chubby side. She wasn't obese, but she was a little husky, so to speak. But she has a cute face, but you could tell that she's a little bit on the heavier side because, just the weight that she's carrying in her face. But he wanted her to get her body done. He would pay for it. And if things didn't work out, he would want that money back. Now, people might say this sounds really dickish. I don't really have a problem with it simply because we've seen time and time again a woman get her body done, leave the dude, and now some other guy is out there enjoying the money that he spent. If he took you to get those jugs done and you've got a fun new set of jugs, why should some other guy get to come along who didn't pay for them and enjoy them? So I don't necessarily have an issue with that. And you could say, well, it was a gift or whatever. You could say that or whatever. Or maybe it's not a gift. Maybe it's I'm investing in our relationship. So if this relationship isn't going to work out, I want that money back. So I don't really have an issue with that. We can get into the semantics of that. But ultimately, I really don't have an issue with that. He said he could tell just by looking at her that she's got a body count of over 20 or at least 20. And so he wasn't even going to ask her about what her body count was. It's like, damn, just like that, bro. I mean, listen, if we're going by how women move today, it's easy to believe she's got a body count of 20 plus. If she's in her 30s, definitely 40s nowadays, let's just be for real here, man. These hot girl summers, we got women that are in a mid to late 40s that are now grandmas that's still trying to get out there and do the same hot girl summers with their daughters. Their daughters, imagine being 45 and you out there trying to have a hot girl summer with your 25-year-old daughter. That's what's happening nowadays. So, yeah. I'm not saying that he was wrong for saying that. I'm just saying, like, damn, bro, that was kind of savage. I think she's got kids. I don't think he particularly cared about that. But I think overall the jarring thing here, because she said that she didn't see any red flags before this. I honestly don't think the conversation that he was having with her was really a red flag. I think that this is somebody that they're a straight shooter. They've gotten to where they are in life by being very direct, being a straight shooter. They don't really mince words. They've done some dating and whatnot, and they've reached a point in their life where they don't want to waste more time than they have to. Here's what I'm looking for. Tell me what you are looking for, and we can decide right now if this even has any sort of chance. We just may not be compatible based on what we want right now in life. So I can appreciate the sitting down and being like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. What do you think? And tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you what I think. We may have some common ground, we may not, But before this goes any further, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So I don't think that was a red flag. I think for her, the jarring thing is that, and this is the jarring thing for a lot of women that find themselves dealing with a man of means. They all want guys with money. They all want guys making 6 figures plus and whatnot, but they're not prepared for what comes with that when they actually get those guys. Those guys have standards. Those guys have expectations. And they're used to dealing with, a lot of times, guys that just deal with whatever, put up with whatever, accept whatever, because they don't have the leverage that these guys have. It's totally different dating a guy who makes $200K a year versus a guy making $40K a year. It's a completely different thing. They're two different types of guys. That's why they're where they're at currently in life. Now, there's no shame in dating a 40K dude. It's women that make it seem like it's a problem dating a 40K dude. Like, they just can't fathom it. They won't do it. They're not gonna settle for settle, because they love to use that word. They're not gonna settle for some regular dude, right, that's making 40, 50, 60K a year. I mean, it's ridiculous. And oftentimes, these women with these expectations, they've never dated a 6-figure guy. Oh, we got our noise. There it is, the noise of the video, that truck. But in many cases, these women, they've never dated a guy making a type of money that they're requiring. And I think that's why it's oftentimes so jarring for them when they actually do come across a guy like that, because he has expectations. And they're not used to a man having expectations of them. They're not used to the man having standards and being able to get what he wants. They're not used to the man being able to say, I want this, 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 and this, and I'm not settling. That really bugs them. So you have this woman, and again, kudos to her, because she didn't do a whole lot of whining and complaining. I mean, she did say that, you know, there were some red flags she should have seen or could have seen, or red flags after the fact. But other than that, you know, that's her right to feel that way. But other than that, she wasn't really complaining. She wasn't making a victim out of herself. She was just like, man, yeah, dating these type of dudes. Y'all all say y'all want this type of dude, but dating them is different. And I appreciate her putting that public service announcement out there, because I swear, the majority of women who want these type of guys, they have no idea what those type of guys want. And they may hear it. They'll hear some red pill content or something like that and I get it, those guys can be a bit annoying, but a lot of the stuff that they're saying about what guys want in a woman, it is factual. Maybe not everything, but a lot of it is. So they'll hear some of the red pill guys saying men want this, men want that. You're hearing men tell you what men want. You're hearing men in this echelon telling you what men in this echelon want. But because you don't like the guy, or because you don't like the way he's wording it, you dismiss what he's saying like he doesn't know what he's talking about. And then you get out there on a date with one of these guys and you see that he's exactly the type of guy that those red pill guys described, to an extent, not to a T. And he has many, if not all, of the expectations of the woman that he's going to be with, like they said that he did. So there it is. You got some women that are out here getting what they thought they wanted, which is dating a 7-figure guy or a 6-figure a year guy, and it's nowhere near what they thought it would be. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.